conference for young people, right? So when we talk social media presence, young people are always at the forefront of that. Jump on Facebook, LinkedIn right now, and follow, subscribe to Say What. Every post that we will be uploading for the next 3 days, please make sure you tag Say What. And we've got some hashtags for the conference. I will be sharing those with you just now. Hashtag SARSYC, hashtag SARSYC 2024, hashtag building bridges, hashtag public health and education. Kindly ensure that you've got all these hashtags going on in your post. We just want to build the momentum, right? So I hope that we will cooperate in that regard. I'd like to also remind you that this is no ordinary conference, ladies and gentlemen. We are celebrating unity. I'd like to acknowledge all the Botswana who are here. Round of applause, hands waving to the Botswana. Lovely. All those who are from South Africa. Yeah, welcome. We see you. We see you. Eswatini in the building. Yeah. Lesotho in the building. Yes. Zimbabwe in the building. Oh. Wow. Are we in Gaborone or are we in Harare? What is happening here? Do we have Zambia in the building? There we go. Do we have Malawi in the building? There we go. Did I leave out anyone, Dalitso?
Do we have Kenya?
Tanzania. Tanzania is here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mozambique. Hi, Mozambique. Awesome, awesome. It's lovely. As I mentioned, this is no ordinary conference, ladies and gentlemen. Angola! Come on, Angola! Round of applause for Angola! Namibia! What's up, Namibia? Yeah, I'm coming to Windhoek soon. I hope you'll be hosting me. Best believe this is no ordinary conference. We are here to unite. As you can see, the different nations in this conference facility coming together. This is a testament, really, to the power of youth-driven initiatives. We're going to be having impactful, insightful conversations for the next 3 days. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. You got your seatbelt on? Perfect. Thank you so much. My name is Botle Jane Kosimori, and welcome to Botswana. I am from Botswana. I am a Motswana from here, a small village called Moshopa in the southern region. And just a quick introduction. We're going to be together for the next 3 days, and I am one of your chairpersons. I am a radio presenter at one of the local commercial radio stations here. It's called Dumai FM. I have been with Dumai FM for 11 years now. I started off 2013 with a youth program I did for about 6 years, and I moved to another weekend show for 2 years, and currently I'm doing mid-morning. It's been 3 years, so that is 11 years on radio. My show is called Drive Through with B. So please, if you struggle to say Botle, you can call me B. My show is called Drive Through with B. I am on air Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. up until 2 o'clock. So for the next 3 days, I will not be on radio. It is such an honor to be here with you throughout the conference. A round of applause. Lovely. Dalitso.
Good morning, SARSYC. I'm not convinced. I was told this was a young people's conference. I didn't hear any young people. Good morning, SARSYC. I don't know. Maybe I had too much coffee. If you didn't have your coffee this morning, I'll be your coffee this morning. Good morning, SARSYC.
Good morning.
There we go. There we go. So my name is Dalitso, and as my colleague said, young people, digitalization, social media. So I want us to have a social media moment, because where I'm from, there's a lot of old people, and you know what, they always say young people, young people, young people. But here I am, and I see young people coming together to do something positive and impactful. So sometimes you need evidence, you know? You need the receipts. So this is how we're going to go. I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Southern African Regional, and then you're going to complete it for everyone out there. Students and Youth Conference 2024. And then I'm going to ask for a shout, and when I ask for a shout, I need you to shout with as much passion and energy as we can, because this moment has to go viral. Turn to your neighbor and say, viral. Turn to your other neighbor and say, viral.
Viral.
So I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Southern African Regional
Students and Youth Conference.
2024. And I'm going to say, give me a shout, and we're going to shout and scream as loud as we can to open the conference with that kind of momentum and energy that we need. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Are we ready? Yes. Those of you with your phones in your pockets, you're not yet ready. Phones out, everyone. Whether it's an iPhone, Android, BlackBerry, LG, iTel. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, here we have young people from so many countries from the Southern African region gathered here today to make an impact and positive vibes in their communities, to bring change to their nations. This is not an ordinary conference. This is not an ordinary stage. This is not an ordinary venue. Welcome to the Southern African Regional
Students and Youth Conference 2024.
Give me a shout! Thank you, thank you. That's how we open a conference. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Lovely. I hope that we won't be losing this momentum by tomorrow, Friday. This is the energy that we want to keep throughout the conference, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe everybody has settled in and would like to take this moment to recognize all the high delegates who are here, who grace this event. It's not just for the young people, so having the elderly, the high delegates here, means a lot to us this morning.
So, in this point in time, proceeding with the program, allow me to call upon to the stage the Acting Deputy Vice-Chancellor from the University of Botswana, Professor Richard Tabulawa, to give us some welcome remarks. Round of applause, please.
We can do better than that. Perfect.
Thank you so much, Directors of Ceremonies. Good morning to all of you. I'm told this is a gathering of young people, but I see a few of us who are ancient of ages. That mix is extremely important because young people need to be guided. And we are here, the few of us who are old, to guide you. Anyway, let me first start by apologizing for arriving late. In actual fact, in my diary, this event, I was going to officiate this event on Friday. So I was busy running around campus doing some other chores, only to be called and told that the event is on at 9 o'clock. So I had to come here rushing and driving like mad in the morning traffic of Gaborone. Anyway, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Esteemed researchers, advocates, policy makers, partners, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the organizing committee, the University of Botswana, and the students and youth working on reproductive health action team, say what? In short, I would like to welcome you all to this much-awaited 5th edition of the Southern African Regional Students and Youth Conference. Today we gather here with a shared purpose to engage, learn, and collaborate to advance equitable access to public health and education for young people in Southern Africa. HIV and TB epidemics continue to impact young people, young people's health and well-being. There are disruptions in education due to climate change and humanitarian crisis. Non-communicable diseases are increasingly affecting the quality of life for young people. Therefore, this conference provides us with a platform for dialogue, dissemination, and reflection. Together, we will discuss the outcomes of our programs, explore diverse perspectives, and forge partnerships to advance universal health coverage and education rights for students and young people. Our collective expertise, experiences, and enthusiasm will undoubtedly enrich this conference. The theme for this conference is building bridges, navigating emerging issues, advancing equitable access to public health and education. The theme aims to ensure young people are not left behind in the face of emerging challenges. Throughout the conference, we have an exciting lineup of sessions, panel discussions, and networking opportunities, all designed to ensure young people's perspectives, needs, and aspirations shape policies and programs that affect their health and education. If you are attending this conference for the first time, you will have an opportunity to learn about the journey, as well as leave your footprints on our collective vision for successive generations of healthy and empowered students and youth. This year's edition also marks 10 years since the inaugural Southern African Regional Students and Youth Conference held in Zimbabwe in 2015, where delegates reflected on International Conference on Population and Development, a ICPD+20. Today, we will have the opportunity to discuss the ICPD 30, celebrating the achievements, reaffirming commitments, and our collective vision for young people's reproductive health. We will gain insights from researchers, engage in cross-disciplinary discussions on their findings, and collaborate on the development of innovative and fresh approaches to modern-day challenges. Drug and substance abuse, and this is very important, is again a significant concern among students and young people in Southern Africa, with serious effects on their lives, including damage to physical and mental health, educational prospects, and social well-being. Through the Web for Life Symposium and the Youth Men's Forum, young women and young men present today can learn from big brothers and sisters from across the region. I would like to acknowledge all the representatives from the SADC Parliamentary Forum, parliamentarians from Zambia, Malawi, Eswatini, and Botswana in the House, representatives of the United Nations family and civil society organizations. Embrace this opportunity, young people, to engage with the student community, listen to their key asks, and recommended solutions to the challenges of their time. The diverse cultures in the house will enrich our collective knowledge, fostering understanding, empathy, and unity. I encourage us all to engage in open discussions, appreciate uniqueness and creativity from our brothers and sisters beyond our borders. Together we can learn, connect, and promote students and youth access to health and education rights, services, and commodities across Africa. Thank you all for being part of this conference. Let's make this conference a memorable and productive experience for all. I thank you.
Thank you. That was Professor Richard Tabula, Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor at the University of Botswana. He gave some insight there, reminding us of the previous conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this is the 5th edition of SARSYC, and as he mentioned there, the first SARSYC was out in Harare, Zimbabwe, the year 2015. Do we have those who are attending the first edition? The inaugural, raise of hands, the inaugural SARSYC, 2015? I see one hand, 2, 3. Okay, that's not bad. Second edition, 2017 in South Africa. Show of hands. All right, okay, I hope we'll do better. Third edition in 2019 in Zambia. Show of hands, those who are in attendance. Okay, not too bad, we're doing better. 2022, the 4th edition in Malawi. Yeah, that's better. Look at the room now. Look at the room. And by the end of this conference on Friday, Say What will be communicating with us where the 6th edition will be. So I hope we will all be here to find out where the 6th edition will be. We're moving right along with the program. Once again, thank you so much, Professor Richard Tabulawa, for the welcome remarks. Welcome, we say Pula. Thank you. Coming up on stage, I will be welcoming Mia from the NCC. She is chairperson of the National Coordinating Committee, which is Say What's Youth Sounding Board. It's a governance structure, if I may say, comprising of student representatives from different provinces elected by Say What's PCC, that is the Provincial Coordinating Committee. So NCC plays a crucial role in ensuring voices of students are not only heard, but are included in planning, actively participating in decision-making processes of Say What. And here to give more insight on what the National Coordinating Committee is all about, and also to give the objectives of SARSYC 2024, help me welcome to stage NCC Chairperson Mia Tsinakwadi. Come on now. Round of applause until she jumps on stage. Let's give her that momentum. She's beautiful, lovely. Thank you, Mia.
Hello, bright minds, distinguished guests, and change makers. Today we gather under the vibrant banner of the 5th edition of Southern African Regional Students and Youth Conference, a dynamic space where ideas collide, dreams ignite, and friendship blossom. This conference is running under the theme Building Bridges, Navigating Emerging Issues, Advancing Equitable Access to Public Health and Education. Aims to empower young visionaries like us with the tools, inspiration, and connections needed to advance sustainable development and shape a better world for all. SARSYC 5 first objective is to promote youth participation in addressing the impacts of climate change and other emerging issues on health, education, and overall well-being of young people in Southern Africa. The conference provides us all with a platform to delve into topics ranging from climate change, drug and substance abuse, mental health, to the potential we have as young people in Southern Africa to leverage emerging technologies. Through the line-up of thought-provoking sessions and panels, SARSYC 5 fosters knowledge exchange. We will interrogate the role we as young people have on campus and in our communities, share insights and best practices, amplifying our collective wisdom and ability to create innovative solutions. The second objective of SARSYC 5 is to foster synergy between the health and education sectors in addressing our needs as young people. I stand before you today to emphasize the critical need for collaboration between the health and education sectors. Our collective efforts in these domains can significantly impact the well-being and prospects of young individuals. Health and education are not isolated silos. They are interconnected facets of a young person's growth. Evidence shows that persons with supportive health environments perform better academically. Conversely, well-educated people tend to become healthier adults. By bridging these sectors, we unlock potential. The education sector can promote health literacy, equipping students with practical health knowledge from nutrition to mental well-being, resulting in the young people who are empowered to make informed choices. Next, SARSYC 5 centers on the progress that stakeholders have made in implementing commitments related to health, education, and livelihoods of young people since the 4th edition of SARSYC in Malawi in 2022. I speak from the heart that I am one young advocate who has witnessed positive outcomes in my life from the collective efforts of civil society organizations, my university, the University of Zimbabwe, and the government. The strides made in improving access to healthcare services for young people, mental health support, awareness campaigns have not gone unnoticed. Your dedication matters to us as young people. Let us review our progress, but also remain vigilant. Our journey continues, and together we will build a future where every young person thrives. Lastly, SARSYC 5 aims to amplify our voices as young people in shaping the ICPD 30 agenda between now and the 6th edition of SARSYC in 2026. As students and youth, we are the custodians of the ICPD program of action. Our voices will shape the ICPD agenda. We will ensure our diverse perspectives are heard in this decade of action. We will engage with policymakers and participate in panels with enthusiasm. We will amplify our voices to bridge gaps and create ICPD 30 agenda that reflects on our aspirations. As we begin this vibrant ecosystem, brimming with enriching materials, I am filled with anticipation of the transformative experiences that await us. I encourage my peers from Zimbabwe and the region. Let curiosity be our compass. Let's pitch our ideas and turn dreams into reality. Let's connect with fellow attendees, mentors, and experts. To all key stakeholders from college authorities, government, development partners, civil society organizations, help us as young people to build a world where health and education intersect seamlessly. Together we can amplify our voices, uplift one another, and create ripples of change. Young people, remember, anything for us without us is against. Cheers to learning, growing, and connecting. I thank you.
Another round of applause as she leaves the stage. Moving on with the program, we're going to look at the 5 editions and counting of SARSYC, a catalyst for change. You know what they say. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens at SARSYC ends up in a documentary, which we're about to watch. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the documentary.
Step into the world of students' empowerment with Southern African Regional Students and Youth Conference, SARSYC. 4 editions and counting. A journey that changes lives. Addressing public health issues including sexual and reproductive health rights, bodily autonomy, gender equity, interlinkages of HIV and TB, inclusivity, equality, and equitable education. How did this exciting journey of SARSYC begin? Envisioning generations of healthy and empowered young people across Africa, the Students and Youth Working on Reproductive Health Action Team, Say What, gave birth to a revolutionary platform by organizing the biennial conference that amplifies the voices of students and youth in the SADC region, SARSYC.
Say what has been working for the past 12 years with the students within tertiary institutions in Zimbabwe. But during the 8th National Students Conference, I think those issues started coming up. How then can we check this, the strategies, the templates that we are using in Zimbabwe? How can we ensure that we bring on board young people, students in particular, in the region?
It is possible to make meaningful change.
Government, through the Ministry of Health and Child Care, absolutely supports the initiatives that are being taken by young people to address the issues of sexual and reproductive health rights.
And so we propose an amalgamated approach that involves dealing with socio-economic challenges and inequalities so that we can have conditions that allow us to resist the risks that a lot of us find ourselves in today. We need to address the human rights question for minorities. We can pretend to delay it, but at some point, we really need to address it if we are serious about handling sexual reproductive health. But in doing so, we need to be well coordinated in a concerted effort as a united front, while paying attention to local context and localizing our solutions. We need to think global but act local. We need to make use of our community strengths and indigenous solutions. We need to encourage local social innovations that uniquely correspond and respond to local issues in context-specific ways.
Students' minds are always curious, and when they don't understand, they ask.
Lesbian is a choice. I am one. I never decided whether I'm a lesbian. I always said lesbian. So I want to know, when did he decide that he was heterosexual? Since being lesbian or gay is a choice.
My question is a person born gay or lesbian, or it's due to the change in hormones, or the person, or it might be caused by heartbreak?
Women need to start utilizing opportunities and using everything that is put into their disposal. And just because you're out of certain spaces does not mean it ends there.
Education meets entertainment. SARSYC brings in an exciting twist, infusing dialogue with fun activities. Coupled with diverse backgrounds and cultures, students and young people mix and mingle, exchanging insights about their cultures. Culture nights are glamorous, exquisite, fun, and enticing. In such nights, young people bring out the African feel through music, food, and dance. Culture nights have so far been attended by high-profile delegates from host countries. SARSYC has left students wanting more.
My name is Damien Baraka, and I'm from Malawi, and I also represent Malawi in the Global Youth Panel for Education and New Justice. Today I'm happy to be part of the SARSYC conference, which is the fourth edition for the conference, and it is taking part here in Malawi. This is the first thing which I'm glad of. Well, in this conference we have learned many things. It has been so exploring and educative. One thing which I have learned from the conference is that we, the youth, have many opportunities on our table, but then it's about how we use them. It's about how we put them into action. And another thing which I've learned, and one thing which many people have talked of, it's we, the youth, and the duty bearers giving us the capacity needed, the capacity required for us to explore and use the locally available resources to meet our demands.
The conference has been life-changing. It has been amazing. A lot of things have been discussed, a lot of things have been talked about. We've been educated, complaints have been made, issues have been handed out, and we're just waiting for things to be taken in action into proper consideration.
SARSYC has been a catalyst for change. At the end of each conference, resolutions of the conference discourses are distributed to governments of Southern African countries, civil society organizations, college authorities, donors, and private players to strengthen funding and implementation of programs that address contemporary and previously neglected SRHR issues relevant to young people, including TB and mental health. The result is a move from rhetoric to action, implementation of commitments, policies, and increase to financial investment of youth development agenda at national, regional, and global level. SARSYC grew from just being a conference to a consortium of organizations and stakeholders who implement activities as per the Communique recommendations. One example, FARSYC in Zimbabwe, Gayo in Malawi, Nakez in Zambia, and SAYWAT as the lead, founded the Girls Education Advocacy in the Region GEAR Alliance in 2020 to ensure inclusive and equitable access to quality education by adolescent girls and young women in rural and farming communities in Southern Africa. Each year, each hosting country brings its own expertise, best practices, and challenges to the table, fostering a rich exchange of ideas, collaboration, and knowledge sharing. From Zimbabwe to South Africa, Zambia to Malawi, SARSYC has ignited change across SADC. Now, the spotlight shines on Botswana as it takes center stage to host the most anticipated conference yet. SARSYC leaves a footprint. It touches and changes lives. As we garner to address the needs of students across Africa, our gratitude goes to our partners that have made SARSYC possible.